gonna tweet that we're live.
Good boys.
All right.
Yo.
Hello. What are you doing?
I wanted to tweet that I'm live.
Okay. Hello. Welcome to episode 2 of the Couch Cast. That's what we're doing.
You're listening to the Couch Cast broadcast.
Well,
I'm your host, Johnny Engelberg. Today we're going to be talking about a lieu of topics. First of all, Malaysia. What's the deal with that? I can't keep that going for very long.
And the bonerific voice you're hearing on my left
Bonerific
is our good friend, also in the same state creator, Swahili, or Scott Hollingsworth,
That's
as he's sometimes known.
It's an easy name because I literally took my name and made it a shorter name. Like, you guys probably had to sit there for hours going, what do we call our show? The Outage Couch? I don't know.
Alright, so Outage Couch.
It took a while to come up with,
I
honestly.
imagine.
Yeah.
We gotta introduce the rest of
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
You introduce yourself. You have legs.
Alright,
But we're
so
sitting.
I am Outage Couch IT professional, Gage Stifler tech guy. Well, you're currently the producer. Linus is currently producing
The Linus producer.
this episode of the Outage Couch.
Linus Tech Tips.
But my name is Gage Stifler, not Gabe Stitchler.
Gabe.
Alright.
Alright.
And do you want me to introduce you, or do you want to introduce yourself,
Hi,
sir?
I'm Mike. I'm an actor.
Muscle Milk Mike.
He's
is
actually
I'm
Muscle Milk
Muscle
Mike.
Mike.
This is the real life Muscle Milk Mike.
I love
he
the-
came back from Bicep Dumb.
You check
Bicep
this
dome.
right now. I have lost a lot of weight since then. It worked.
It
The
did,
muscle milk
yeah.
worked.
He was
I
a
lost
big
weight.
boy.
I was a
He
big
was
boy.
a big boy, and it
I'm kind of
worked.
sad I'm not thick anymore.
He drank whey protein powder for 20 days.
He's gone
It
back.
was more like
He's gone
6
down back
months.
to the K and thick. He's no more two C's are too good. He's only got a K.
There's
4K.
only one.
There's can only be one. All right.
Yeah.
So and of course we have Linus back here.
Yeah, Linus is our,
repping the merch.
awesome producer. We really appreciate the work he's doing. He actually set up this entire thing today. We're at his place, so it's really cool. Thank you, sir.
We are paying him $200
Without you,
an
we
hour.
would not have a podcast.
Whew.
So
That's steep.
there you go. Yeah. We are giving you sweatshop wages too. So
What?
everybody, let's celebrate that. Yes.
Wow, we are content creators on YouTube.
Hey!
Yes.
But do I get merch?
You get a loot.
No, you
box.
get an adpocalypse. That's what you get.
You get a
Yeah.
fucking loot crate. And
You
in
get
that
an
loot,
Outage Couch loot.
you get in that loot crate
So
is one
for you
sticker.
joining us so far, we just want to thank you. Make sure to tell your friends and stuff. You know, we're gonna be on for a little bit. So Corey, take it away.
Yeah, okay. So we had a list of topics
Because we're professional.
because we are very professional and we are always prepared. We are always prepared. Do not take that for granted.
Wait, is this what?
Now, wait, what?
Shit.
So, Swahili suggested this.
I did. It was a joke.
Few weeks ago. No.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
Um,
mean to ruin the magic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing footsie with me. I don't know what's going on
Oh no, that's not
That was
good.
my leg.
That is behind closed doors.
behind the
but-
table.
Yeah. But the first topic that was suggested was the take it away.
The sorry state of the gaming industry,
Yes.
because it's a fucking trash heap pile.
I
God, fucking video games aren't fun anymore.
I like microtransactions personally.
You know what I mean? I at first I thought I wouldn't like it, but then I started losing a lot of money.
And then I
thought,
realized
you know
I have a
what?
gambling addiction
I
at the
don't
age of
need-
13.
You know, I don't need money. Money is for fucking losers. I'm just gonna give it all to EA. That's where I put it. I'm giving it to the needy kids in Malaysia. No, I'm
Is
giving.
Malaysia
No.
just gonna be a theme for this
Apparently,
episode?
I can't stop now.
Oh
You've
my
gone
God.
and made a
Wait.
meme out of it.
I just realized that microtransactions takes the grind from the game to real life, and I think that's the next step that we needed to have taken.
Here's
in
the
gaming
thing about
industry.
microtransactions in terms of like, so I think microtransactions aren't a bad thing if the game is free, but if you're paying a full $60 for a game, like yeah, exactly. No, like Battlefront is a perfect example. Like if you're paying full price, and I don't think it should be so heavily reliant on microtransactions. But if you're getting the game for free, then I don't think people should be complaining so much about like microtransactions.
Well, yeah.
Like that.
What have you accomplished though? Where's your sense of accomplishment, Gage?
I would say
the game's free.
I would say
the
most
game is free.
with most games it's $60. There should be no microtransactions. But with games like Overwatch or anything, it does need a steady flow. Although I think it's kind of ridiculous that it is priced at $60.
I think in the case of Overwatch, that makes sense a little more so.
Well, they need constant flow.
Exactly, because like
Heroes.
otherwise, in order to keep the servers going, you have to go with a WoW route, which would just be a subscription, and
Which wouldn't be terrible.
Fuck if I'm gonna pay $15 a month just to play as a fucking gorilla. I don't give a shit. No.
Lightning Gorilla from
Lightning
space.
Gorilla from space. No, I
personally think Mercy's really hot.
Diva's my Dorito child.
Stop. Linus is in the background.
She's got a big fucking mech.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I don't like
this.
Okay.
Cut. No, this is live. You can't stop this shit.
A little hot.
But yeah, like a game like Overwatch, where it is like a constant thing, where yeah, you would need a stream of in order to continue updating it, like the fucking TF2 hat update. Bullshit as it was, TF2 can't sustain itself as it was monetarily if you just bought it and you're done with it. And
Well, it wasn't always free, was it? I think
no,
it
you used to be able to buy it, yeah. Which
But it was so neat. Games kept out. It's like,
Oh yeah,
this is pretty
have you played?
mediocre.
Because fucking, I have the orange box on Xbox
So do I.
360. Yeah, if you play TF2 in its state as it was, like, it's so bare bones. It's
not
nothing.
bad.
It's not bad. No,
It's
but
just
it's like,
nothing.
You're like, yeah, it's like when you walk into like a it's like when you walk into like a furnished house. You're like, okay, I've got a chair. Got 50 million hats in my closet. I don't know what to do with them. But then like you're looking at pictures when they built your house. Like that's what TF2 like without anything added to it is. It's like a foundation. You're like, I can see the shape of a house. That's not a house yet. That's just empty space.
Are the servers still up?
Oh, yes.
For the orange box
Yes.
version of TF2?
Yeah, believe it or not, I played it and it was weird. I was like,
Really?
I only got like 2 or 3 people, but I was just like, hey guys, how you doing? And they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like,
what are you
Same
doing?
question.
Question about microtransactions in general, because I heard this point made once about like early access stuff that has microtransactions in it.
Wait, so you're paying to play the unfinished product, and then you're paying to sustain the unfinished product.
Yep.
Like H1Z1 has had that since the beginning.
Okay.
It was early access. No, it just came out of early access. To be fair,
Well,
but
That's fucking
Here's a big question: is a developer claiming to have a finished game if they have microtransactions, whether or not they have early access?
Not if they're in early access, because if
No.
you're in early access, you're basically saying, hey, look, we're making this game. There's a playable demo. Well, there's a playable version, like it's alpha.
It's a
an
game.
alpha,
We're just
yeah.
tweaking it.
We're
pretty
tweaking
much.
it, yeah, and they're like, but like we're not done yet. But you can pay us a smaller fee now to help us like continue funding it. It's almost like a Kickstarter, without the Kickstarter.
But it's
nonsense.
a double Kickstarter because
Yeah.
you're buying. Usually with early access, you have to buy the game
True.
and then you buy. See, that's the
Well, I bought-
issue we're talking about here.
I bought. The only game I've ever bought in early access was that Lego Worlds, because then you suggested I buy it.
Yeah.
I bought it and I had it in early access, and then later when it came out of early access, I didn't have to pay again. I just had it. I was like, okay, here it is. Like that's fine. I don't think early access is in itself an inherently bad thing. I think early access is a way of making money to continue to support the content. But the thing about like video games and the video game industry is it's like what you're producing. It's not like you can't just apply basic like economic principles to it, because it's not like we're fucking making this fucking can. You know what I mean? Like, like you make a can of Minute Maid lemonade. It's in the can.
We're not sponsored.
I bought it. We're not sponsored. Sorry. You make a can of generic redacted lemonade, and you gotta like and you need the aluminum. You need the fucking the lemons. You need the water. Whatever. You put it all in there, and you have a can. You have a product. You have something that people can touch, can taste, can feel, and when they're done, throw it away.
I don't.
When you make a video game, yeah, well, me neither. But when you make a video game, you're making sort of something more nebulous, like because it's like how much content can you get out of an experience of a video game? Like if a game is only 5 hours long in its story, but has hours and hours of multiplayer, are you still getting what's worth out of it? If your game has 20, 30 hours of like RPG storyline content, side quest content, bullshit content, like who gives a shit? Like, but you, the consumer, you're like, well, I don't really want to play it for the cosmetics. I really liked the armor. It was pink. I put on all the pink things, and like that. Did that person pay $60 for the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not like if you and I bought the same can for $2, we both spent $2. We both get the same amount of can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess what I'm trying to, I don't have the answer to this question, but I guess what I'm trying to propose is it's like if you put out something that is as digital as a content like a video game, like what is the inherent value of a digital thing?
Well, that reminds me. I remember when I think it was, when did Black Ops 3 come out? Was that 2016
I don't know
or something? But like, so when the game came out, it was like it was gonna be Call of Duty's like last. Like that was the last game that they were gonna have on old gen consoles like Xbox and PS3 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when they
Rest in peace.
when they put it out on the 360, they had a separate company, like essentially port the game, and the game didn't come with the campaign.
Oh yeah, no, I know, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I know, because you know how many fucking people brought it back. You know how many
Yeah.
fucking people walk into my store every day going, "Oh yeah, my kid bought this shit. He couldn't play it because I don't got Xbox Live." Like,
Right.
That
And
also.
here's the
I have
thing,
to
though.
tell I have to tell so many parents when they're like picking out games for their children. They're like, "Well, he wants the Black Ops 3. You know, is that good?" I go, "Well, it doesn't have a campaign. He can only play online." And they're like, "Well, I gotta put it back. I
Yeah.
can't buy this game."
And
You
here's
know.
the
Well,
thing,
I
is,
have
like,
internet,
they
but you have
priced
Xbox
it.
Live.
Oh no, I guess
There are
so,
multiple things.
there's so many people
Yeah.
who say I have internet. I go,
And then you have to
Xbox Live.
explain-
Well, I have internet. And it's like, do you pay the subscription service for Xbox Live? Well, I have internet.
I love you.
You poor simpleton.
they
please
priced-
leave my store.
They priced the Xbox and PS3 version of Black Ops 3 for only $10 less than the traditional thing.
So what they're saying is the multiplayer was the main.
Exactly,
draw.
like the
the
multiplayer.
campaign literally was only worth $10.
Well, it came with the multiplayer and it came with the.
What are you
zombies.
saying when you're like, so we made this game? It's about 2 hours long, $10. And then,
Yeah.
but then they're like,
Hey.
but the multiplayer, $60.
And the game itself was like, it was $50. You
Super
just
high.
got the multiplayer and the zombies. The zombies was the only part of the game that was kind of worth playing because the multiplayer, the game was it was laggy as shit. Depending on, like, it didn't
Unfair.
matter how good your internet was. If you entered a game, it
Yeah,
was.
but I
gonna
have
look-
internet.
Weapons to rig.
That game was gonna look. It was gonna, no matter how good this like your connection was, that game was gonna lag like shit and it was gonna look like shit.
No, what would happen is you would pretty much just use an SMG. I've seen this Call of Duty. Call of Duty, it's kind of had this like climb up to like. When they say run and gun, they literally mean run and gun. If you do anything else, it's like impossible to actually like be good at like the game. You pretty much have to like
Get good.
It's not even getting good though because it's just so
You
ridiculous.
can't
and
grind
stuff.
in an FPS.
You
You can, but like, people who are really good at console FPSs scare me. Like,
They're
that's like-
usually
that's
pretty
like
aggressive,
that's that's a weird. No, I'm not
What,
saying it like as a bad thing. I'm saying. I'm
just,
saying like not like, oh, I'm scared of you. I mean, like, it's just like you got time and dedication to that because
well, I started
My
doing
thumbs
console.
don't.
I started console gaming, and I didn't really get. I've had video game consoles ever since I was a little kid, but I didn't really get into it until 2012 when my brother bought me an Xbox 360. And I think like one of the first games I got, unfortunately, my first Halo was Halo 4. But Halo 4 was my first game, and like I would remember like playing with my friends, and eventually, I'm not like a good Halo player, but I'm not a bad Halo player. Like I'm probably like the best Halo player amongst my peers.
Wow.
Wow.
What, are you-
Big
Are you trying to say
Big
that
cock.
every time
Big
I
cock stiffler.
No. He was playing Halo and he took my one legendary pack and used it for himself.
what?
For the XP. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Fucking drunk.
That's one.
What the fuck?
Wait, you steal my
Fight,
shit?
fight,
No,
Can
fight.
we
take
talk about
it-
that?
wait,
Microtransactions
take
and
it for online,
FPSs?
but, like,
Take
That's
it
insane.
to Halo. I want to see you duke it out. You know how old I am? I used to play Halo 1 LAN parties. Like, we would bring Xboxes to each other's house and like
that was the
hook
shit.
those up.
Nice.
I'm fucking ancient.
I have an original Xbox. But
I played video games ever since I was a kid. You mean like everybody else?
Well,
Let's be honest.
I have internet.
I
have internet.
That's the new
Yeah,
meme.
but-
Speaking
But
of
I have internet.
Speaking of being good at FPSs in general, we actually recently, like in the past 5 months or so, correct me if I'm wrong, we had a new esports arena built.
yeah, just like
What, here?
Yeah,
In
like
Columbus,
really
yeah.
near
Well, I
here.
mean, we just had the CS:GO thing like 2 years ago.
Oh. I think
What do you
the
But we
universe.
see show, like-
was it MLG Columbus or something?
Yeah, it was like huge.
Well, that was at like an expo center, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
no,
But
yeah.
See, like this is a standalone. Like it is
No,
for
but
esports.
What?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
There was
they
a
gotta
put
be
it
like
in
a
Columbus
basement.
because it's such a popular destination.
Yeah.
For whatever
Yeah.
reason.
It used to be a
What
Hollywood.
if they-
It used to be a Hollywood Video, and then video stores became obsolete.
What's
Yeah,
a Hollywood
basically.
video? It's a video store.
Blockbuster.
So it's like, what if though, like they overcompensated, they built
there is-
like a giant football field, but it's just computers. like people are like running, like, oh shit, like you
Oh
have
my
to
God.
get down to the other computer just to watch his screen, like, oh man, that guy's winning.
There's a town in Alaska that still has a Blockbuster Video that's actually really successful because internet is like so shit up there.
But I have internet.
They do have internet, but it's really shit. So like a lot of the movies that they get come from that one Blockbuster Video.
Do you guys have family videos down here?
We do
They're-
actually.
they're, like,
Okay,
they're
how the
few and
fuck
far
are they
between.
still in business? Because up north, they're everywhere.
You typically see them more on
I
like,
see
the west
them-
side.
I see them
Where, like-
everywhere. Like there is every major town has its own family.
You
video.
see them a lot in
Alaska
Hilltop.
has like
Yeah,
Xbox
there's
Live.
like no, honestly, like around
Yeah,
Columbus,
yeah.
they're more like in the more Hilliard area and like west side
Mhm.
kind of spots where like typically if like it's low income
'Cause
places where like they
Because
can't afford.
it
to get
shocks
internet.
me because that still exists because there's so many cheaper services that give you many different movies to watch
Name
and TV shows.
Is that his
and then
thing to, like, summer?
the video you can still rent video games from them. I can't even imagine renting.
What happened to
a video game
GameFly?
anymore.
Fucking
GameFly's still a thing, I think.
They would have like
Yeah,
a commercial
GameFly's
like every
cool.
other commercial,
Oh, yeah.
and then it just like
Yeah.
stopped.
I had GameFly for about a month. I got Batman Arkham whatever the fuck it was for
City.
my PS3 City. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had that.
great
I
game.
played it until I beat it, and then I never had it again.
Well, here's the like
Because
with
I was
this-
like, I waited because I was like, oh, there's no late fees. I'll play this game. And then my mom's like, you only have this one game. Like, are you gonna get another game? I was like, well, eventually, I gotta get all the Riddler trophies, mother. This was me, I guess, at like 15. Like, of course, mother, I've got to get the Riddlers. Like, fuck off. Like that's. But
yeah.
yeah.
For me, I have to have like a copy of the game because like I don't really like renting like movies or like I'll rent movies occasionally, but like I like having a physical.
You know what
copy of
used to be the
games.
saddest thing for me was when I would go into the we had a place called like Video Theater. That was the local video store before the Blockbusters and the Family Videos like pushed out mom and pop video stores. And I remember the saddest thing was because I only had a Sega Genesis growing up. I did not have a Super Nintendo,
What's that?
and there were only two sides to the store because you didn't rent anything else because those were the only major consoles. Because who the fuck had a fucking Neo Geo? Nobody. And so they had your Sega Genesis side and you had your Super Nintendo side. And walking over to the Super Nintendo side and just seeing all those colorful games that I couldn't play, I was like, fuck. Anyway, that's my tidbit. That's my introspective report on video games in the early '90s.
Oh,
It's-
speaking of your introspective report of video games in the '90s, we were all watching your NES, your every
Nintendo
goddamn
game,
NES game.
every goddamn
of
NES
all
game
time.
of all time.
Swahili plays every fucking
Swahili
Nintendo
plays
game.
everything. Oh, you want to know how that started? Originally, it was going to be a collaborative video with me and Freak.
Yeah.
And him and
Oh,
I were,
love Freak.
Yeah, him and I were talking about doing it.
That's what's his name on YouTube now? I forget. You guys have seen him. I
The
showed
boy
him
with
to
the
you.
videos of the weather boy.
He also did the top 10 1 million games
Oh yeah,
of all time.
yeah.
What? No, I don't think I've
I didn't
seen
show.
that.
Okay, I gotta show you that
Well,
later.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, go on.
But anyway, so him and I were gonna do a collaboration, and I was like, and then like we got to talking, I was like, that's a really fucking hard thing to do, like, because I was like, how would we do it? Like, would he do one game and I do every? So I just said. So I had that footage. The first episode where I'm jerking off to the pinball game, like that's what I had, and I had sent that to him and said like, hey dude, let's do this collaboration. Like here's the first 10 minutes or the first 5 minutes like intro video, and then I would pass it off to you and we would do a thing. And he's like, yeah, cool. Never went. So I just like, well, I have all this footage, might as well do it. So I just sat down and started playing games, and it was really popular amongst the people who like my content. Like everyone's like, oh shit, like this is funny. And I was like, thank you. I love you. So.
Have you yet given a 0 out of 10?
No, not yet. Nothing has gotten a 0 out of 10 yet.
Action
Stuff
52.
stuff has come. Maybe we'll see.
Action 52.
If we get to there, I don't know if that's in the list.
It could
It's
have
not.
comedic value.
It could
Yeah.
have comedic value. I'm pretty sure that's a boot.
Wait
So I
till you
don't
get
think
into
that-
wait till you
Probably.
get to Zombie Nation.
I'm excited. The Z's are probably going to be done 3 years from now, but hey. You know.
No, but like that game is so bizarre because you play as just like a floating head going through this city. I think it was released as a Japanese only game
Okay.
in Japan.
Oh,
only.
that's
Like
fine.
you play as this floating head that just goes around like shooting fireballs and destroying this town.
So like Devil Dagger, but
I know about that.
Yeah.
Seems interesting.
But shit. What was I gonna do? I was gonna bring up. I had the list. Just talk.
Just the games.
Dead air.
So-
dead air.
Yeah.
Dead air.
Oh,
Airball.
guys, if you have any ideas or anything, make sure to hit us up at our Twitter, ask us questions. We might not be able to answer it like Ben, I'm not saying that, but like next cast or something, we could talk about that. So there's something we want to talk
we
about.
could do live Q&A.
Absolutely.
That would
Yeah.
be-
Put in the comments
thing
below.
is, no one goes to our live streams, but at least at the we have three.
We have three
Hello,
people.
people.
currently
Oh my
watching.
God,
That's
you are
in
all
the chat.
beautiful. I want to snuggle
No
you.
one has sent a chat in there. Okay.
You're not allowed. Don't say it.
Did you break their eardrums? Did you kill them?
They broke mine.
Your peak
Jesus
is-
Christ!
I'm sorry.
Just
What
see
is
Linus's
fucking-
hand just spastically. No, stop doing that.
Oh, here. I was pulling up this.
Oh, he's got the list. He's
I
got
got
the
the
list,
list,
boys.
yeah.
Celebrate.
If it'll
Celebrate.
Because it's not. It doesn't want to load right now.
Well, I
'Cause I
mean, it's
listed-
700 games.
It is 700 fucking games.
I have 2 gigs of text right
Also,
here.
Holly liked my tweet.
Have you ever seen
Have you ever
2
seen 2
gigabytes of
gigabytes?
text
Here we go.
in front of your own
Okay,
very
so I
eyes?
got as far as I basically went all the way up to 100 because I wanted to know what my 100th game was.
Yeah.
So right now, if episode 4 were to consist of games 59 to 100, I would end on Bubble Bobble, which I have. See, I have that game physically already, so that's like something I can like have and show. Oh, you know what I
Nice.
forgot to do was bring my fucking flask thing.
Oh, damn.
Jesus Christ! I brought the webcam, but I didn't grab the flask. I have a. It's a fake Nintendo cartridge. It's literally the same plastic, but it doesn't have an end for a game. And instead of like that little tippy part that you would hold, like that comes off and is rubber, and it's just a flask. You just put alcohol in it, and it says like metal beer on the front of it. Like
That's
the
so awesome.
Metal
it's-
beer.
It
Oh,
says
that's
metal
great.
beer,
Yeah.
and you just so I wanted to do a thing where I open the thing and I just pull it out and I go metal beer.
So, I think there was a question that you wanted to ask, Scott.
Oh, yeah. So I think all of us came to a consensus on this question. We thought it was very important.
Okay.
And,
Before you ask, hang on.
yes.
Lowest score so far was a 1 out of 10. I gave it to Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
I remember that.
Pool
yeah.
of
Yeah.
Radiance.
God damn.
That game sucked. All right, what now?
Okay. So, just I mean, be as honest as you can. You know, just
I'm
try your
very-
hardest.
I'm an honest person.
Gage, would you like to ask it, or would you like me to ask it?
I would actually love to ask it.
Okay, we can give the floor to Linus.
I would
Alright.
just love to ask it real quick. Do you ever just sit in your truck?
What he's trying to say is, do you eat ass? My boy.
Do you want to explain that meme?
Oh yeah. So
Did you not hear me? I mean, I didn't say it again.
no, but so do you know about the app Saraha by any chance? The whole thing where it's like send me an anonymous message, but it's
Oh yeah,
It's-
yeah, Sarah.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Sarah, but with a bunch of ha's at the end. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
Oh.
It's fucking Yik
Sarah.
Yak, or whatever that fucking thing was. There's been so many of those.
Yeah.
Like, this is just the new. Remember?
You got a kick?
There's TBH. after.
TBH. What was the one?
TBH was
Curious Cat. I
Kinda
think was
cool.
a thing, and
Something
then
like
like
that, yeah.
what was the original one? I remember. Everybody had one on the Tumblr years. I don't remember it now, but yeah.
What do you mean the Tumblr? The Tumblr years are still going on, man.
Well,
Tumblr's still a thing, but that doesn't
yeah.
mean people still use it as
I
often as they do.
no, I use it for my my Elder Scrolls and Fallout lore, and when I need
My
to
lore,
my
for
Destiny
other
2
reasons
lore.
sometimes.
pornography.
Yes, that's the
Yes.
one. I like
Porn lore.
I like to
Porn
smack
lore.
it.
Porn
man.
lore. Oh my god,
There's-
new
I
game.
could go
Mom,
deep
I'm
into
probably gonna
porn.
show you this
New
later.
game plus.
Mom, if
porn.
I show you
Oh,
this
shit.
later, I love you. Don't judge me.
Okay, but
Butts.
butts, ass. I
Yeah,
got
no, I've never eaten ass.
We're
if that's the
minors.
actual question
Nice.
we're going.
No, that's
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
no,
you're
no,
right.
that's not. So that wasn't actually.
As an
intended.
illegal adult, I promise you, I have nothing to do with this sexually. Like,
Okay.
All right, let's
but-
cut that.
So,
cut it out.
Cut.
Cut that out.
so the cut that out.
all right, hang on,
But,
guys. I brought you some beer and some smoke.
oh my god. No, but the question. So, our main writer Sam, he
Great guy.
yeah, great man. It's great.
Talented.
He sent me one of those messages, and obviously you can't tell who it is ever. And so all it said was, "Do you ever just sit in your truck?" And
Why? Do you ever just?
I don't know, but it's
Do you ever
fucking
just sit in
funny.
your truck?
You ever just sit in your
Do you ever
truck?
just sit in your truck and just just think?
No, and the funny thing is, 2 minutes
Does she
before you
really
arrive,
think my tractor's sexy? I don't know.
Taking a ride in a big green tractor.
Are you
we
making
can
fun
go
of
slow,
Appalachians?
or we
See,
can
I'm
go
a
faster.
full-blooded
Okay, I don't know
Appalachian,
that
and I
song.
don't appreciate you trying. See, this is the problem. You people make fun of us as Appalachians. I don't appreciate this. You know, and I'm,
He's from
I'm-
Portsmouth.
He's from Portsmouth.
I know I'm from West Virginia. My spiritual home is from Portsmouth.
So I'm from West Virginia. Not originally me, but my family. For being completely honest, I've been there.
Nice.
There's a lot of fuckers there.
I'm from Hilliard. Do I get any brownie points for that?
I'm also from Hilliard.
Whoa, guys, that's a good journey.
Yeah.
Hilliard,
No,
Grove City, and now I live in Upper Arlington. How
You
the
live in
fuck
Grove
is that?
Street?
Grove City,
Oh,
not
shit,
Grove
you
Street.
live on
Grove
Grove
Street.
5
for
years
life.
on the East Coast, it was time to go home.
Grove Street. for life.
2 minutes
love
before I
Saints
saw
Row.
your car pull up, there was a guy
Oh!
behind you.
That guy was still there when I went to get this, and it
Sitting in the
scared
truck.
me.
He was sitting in his truck.
I went outside and I was like, I wasn't wearing my shoes all the way because I have high top Converse and they're really hard to slip on and off.
Converse.
Because I'm a fucking asshole who doesn't tie his shoes. And I'm going outside, I'm wearing my shoes like half flopping around like a fucking asshole. Got dicks for feet. I'm walking out there and I'm making all that noise. And I was just like, what do you think he thinks? What do you think he fucking thinks of as I walk out to my car, pull out this apparatus, this
Appalachian apparatus.
this thing, this springy thing, and a tripod and like a camera. And I was like, he thinks I'm going to a porn shoot. like he's looking, and he was on his phone. He kind of looks up. Wait, let me get the prop. He's like, no.
So you talk the talk, but do you cock the cock?
Do you ever just sit in your truck? Like that guy.
You ever-
Can we? If he's still out there, can we do a man on the street segment? Can we take these webcams outside?
No,
Can I just
no,
like,
no.
sir? He's like, yes, what? And I was like, you ever just sit in your truck?
And then he gives you like a very deep monologue.
It
You're
was
like, fuck, I didn't expect that.
You know, sometimes I do.
Guys, I think we have to cut it early. This has been a really emotional segment. I don't think. Well, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Sponsor.
That smell of diesel just gets me hard in the morning.
Our
and just
sponsors,
diesel.
maybe we'll take it from here. Not actually. Not actually. sponsor.
But do you have like that effect? Can you like mosaic this out like in the later edits so that nobody knows?
Do you ever just
you ever
drink
just, drink in
a
your truck?
carbonated lemonade
You ever
beverage?
just lemonade in your truck? Like
You
you ever just piss on someone's car? Like I don't know.
I want to make a hard transition
Oh.
here.
Hard
I
trans.
want to
Yes.
make a hard transition.
Oh, I shouldn't have said.
Oh.
no.
I didn't mean it like that. But I said
Hard transition.
I said
Let's
hard
go.
All right, hard transition. So, we're gonna get real talk real quick. Real talk.
Sad neighbor hours?
We're getting into sad neighbor hours.
All right.
So like, but actually though, so like as we know, like a couple weeks ago there was that incident in Florida.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of schools have been like, and like a lot of people have just been scared with like the whole like mass shooting, like potential mass shootings and stuff. And there's been like other incidents since then. And the production company Rooster Teeth, who is known for doing like shows like Red vs. Blue, and they've been like in a bunch of and Achievement Hunter and a bunch of other shows.
Gaming stuff.
Yeah, they're releasing Couch Out.
Yes.
They're any
How do
other
we forget about
branches you want to
Ruby?
list before I make my point?
The
Yeah.
fucking
They're doing a
anime.
lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
Ruby. That's like
Ruby.
anyway. They're currently they just released a trailer like a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, for their new film that they're putting out called Bloodfest, which is a horror film where it's just like you have to survive based on like what you know from other horror films. And in the trailer, there is a scene where a bunch of masked people with chainsaws go into the crowd. And, like, you get, like, they don't see any, like, gory things, but you can tell it's like, oh, they're going into the crowd to,
This
like...
is gonna be a rated R
like,
movie.
kill-
There's
yeah.
gonna be guts.
Well, like, I don't, like, I probably will be, like, a rated R movie or something like that if they don't show it. But, like, I was watching that, and I was like, that's a very bold movie to be putting out soon. Like,
Yeah, no.
granted,
yeah.
they probably scheduled for this movie to be released around this
Yeah.
time, not knowing what was going to happen, but,
Well,
like...
It's such a low, you know, not a lot of
Well,
people know.
it's
about
hard
Rooster
to, like-
Teeth, you know what I mean? I don't think people would, like, put...
There's a big
Put it
enough
together.
fan base, though.
No, I don't think people would, like, put it together and be like, wow, that's, like... I'd be
Yeah.
like, that's kind of odd.
Oh,
but I don't think...
is good
I don't think we'll actually
Sure.
Well, I
do
saw-
like those things.
When they released their first film,
Fake
Laser
news.
Team,
Fake
and it premiered at the Gateway over on campus, and that was sold out, like, completely. And, like, so, like, they have a pretty good following. You have been to the
Oh, I
Gateway?
have, yeah, that's right. I went to see
The Room?
Not The Room. I did see the Room Batman event though. Did you guys go see that? That was
No.
fucking amazing. The theater I was in, they wouldn't let us throw spoons. If you're not aware, there's a picture. Like Tommy Wiseau told the production artist, he go, "Hey, I want a picture here on this table," and they're like, "Okay, well we'll go buy some generic thing." And for some reason, there was a fucking spoon in the frame that they bought it from the Walmart or whatever. And the production designer's like, "So should we take the spoon out? Should we put a
like,
picture
no.
of Tommy Wiseau?" He's like,
Yeah.
"No, this is good." I want spoon. And it's like, okay.
I want spoon.
I
Yeah.
want
Anyway.
spoon.
Yeah. Sorry.
So anyway, they wouldn't let us throw spoons at. But anyway, yeah, I saw Donnie Darko, 4K.
Damn.
That's what I
Yeah.
saw.
So I was thinking, like, releasing it. Do you think like they're gonna get? I mean, I
They're
haven't
gonna
heard
get
any.
100 emails.
Well, yeah, I was thinking like
Not
they haven't.
101, not 99, 100.
As far as I know, they haven't received a whole lot of hate
They're
or
all
anything.
gonna
They
say
haven't
fuck.
received a whole lot of hate for it because I listened to their most recent podcast where they were talking about how they released the trailer and they didn't talk about any like hate they were getting
Probably,
or anything.
Well, even
so
if they did, I don't think they would mention
I
that
feel
on
like-
their podcast.
I'm sure there's
Right.
people who have been like, ooh. Like, you know, like
I don't
they've
think
seen
they'll
it and they go,
affect.
Oh.
You can't be like, wow, they plant, you know, they
right.
plant
Right.
because obviously this was all done and they were just like doing
Well,
the
see, the
final
thing
touches
that,
and
like,
edits.
the thing that makes it, like, kind of, like, a thing, though, is because, the Florida thing was a couple of weeks ago, but what was it a couple of months ago where it was, like, what was it, in Texas or whatever? The concert?
LA.
Was it LA? I don't, it was, yeah, where there was a literal
Vegas.
concert. Yeah, Vegas, that was
That's
it,
it,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
The Vegas shooting.
Yeah.
There you go, a big crowd of people, they're all, you know, suddenly shot, like,
That like dropped off the face of the earth
Yeah.
for some
Oh,
reason.
well,
Like,
it
nobody
happens every
talks
time.
about
It's
that.
yeah,
yeah.
they have it. Yeah.
That's
With
insane,
this,
man.
when it's kids though,
Well, yeah.
people get more
This one,
attached.
this
to that.
one's been different because the kids have actually been getting on the social media and being like,
Yeah.
"Hey, fuck you!
We want to do
People
something.
die."
We want to do something
like with a big
that-
question mark, but like not really. People died. Like it's like, yeah, that's why. I mean, well, I didn't know. I thought we were gonna do politics, but I guess we're doing
No,
politics.
I mean we're not saying.
Are we doing politics? Here's the thing: the NRA.
Well,
No,
I was
no,
just
no.
talking about that because Rooster
They're
Teeth.
putting chemicals in the water, make the frogs gay. All right.
Well, like
but-
here's the thing: is that Rooster Teeth was they're a production company that like really started the whole concept of like here's a video production company that really got their start doing internet stuff, you know, because like they started back in like 2003 with Red vs. Blue, and then like once YouTube started to grow, then they really jumped into that and became like the first real like almost production company to grow.
Yeah,
I'm doing
they are
content.
definitely a company. Like
They're
I
definitely a company.
They are.
No,
other
I mean,
people
I mean,
make
Fallout 4
stuff.
is a game.
comparatively,
Go to my
I
review
do
of Fallout
think-
4. It is a game. You do turn it on, and it does play. Other than that, I don't really have anything to say.
I really like Bethesda.
10
They're
out of
really
6.
cool.
You
Todd,
wanna
if you're
follow
listening to this, I want to have your children.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm
Todd
my
Howard is
Korean,
hot.
My Korean holding cell with my one poster that I can't afford 2 more tax for. This is a joke that only you get. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
well,
only
them
me.
now because they've known, but like yeah,
Yeah.
like if I had made that reference before showing, you'd be like, and I'd be like, is it?
That was
That's
the
my whole
that's the
audience.
majority of what our first podcast was.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
inside jokes explained.
Inside jokes.
Yeah.
Now I got 5 new
Going
ones.
back to the movie thing, I don't think it will affect it in any way, just because it's like no one's gonna be like, whoa.
Now,
If anything, I think it will actually open more discussion about it, which I think is great. I think it's a really important topic to talk about. And
Well,
I
here's
want to
the,
hear
the
all
whole movie
opinions and
isn't
stuff.
based around.
Yeah.
It's a horror film that's like, but it's not. That whole scene isn't like the whole. It's not like based.
But with the
around
idea of like a mass innocents getting slaughtered,
Yeah.
or like mass people, it is.
Are they gonna be
it-
teens? Are they like teens in the movie? Is
It
it a
has
Yeah.
to be,
slasher
it's,
movie?
it's a horror movie.
Right.
If it doesn't have teens, it's a real horror movie.
True.
Guys,
Because
I
it's
think
like,
that Boston Massacre too soon.
Oh.
Guys,
what?
Come on.
Is there's adults in that?
Jesus.
Boston
That's-
Massacre.
that's
Boston
that-
market's
okay.
delicious. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They have really great
Another.
shit.
Let's make another hard transition. I don't know. why-
Hard
I
trans.
don't know.
All right. Say it one more time, just to, you know, because if you say it 3 times, we'll fucking summon
a 1,
some demon in
2,
his
3
Huna.
times you're out, and the all-recorded stage. Let's talk about Battle Royale. How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. So
I love Battle Royale.
Yeah, Joe
the
Rogan-
Hunger
yeah,
Games
one
can
of
fucking
our-
suck my. Oh wait, we were talking about
Oh.
a genre. Oh,
Yeah.
That was, sorry.
You
That
Nice.
silly goose.
Well-
As a movie, there's a movie called Battle Royale.
One of our.
People are in it. They die.
Yeah. It's great.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
Yeah, it's a big
But yeah.
spoiler. So one of our team members,
Item on my wish list is
Ruse
for sale. I gotta
slash
find out
Joe,
what it is.
he actually, you guys probably saw it on our
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah, Joe.
He's one of our content creators. He made a video that analyzed Battle Royale as a genre, and he analyzed Fortnite and PUBG specifically.
Because they're most popular.
Yeah.
What is
And
it?
they're like specifically, they
I don't know
have 2
what it is.
different stages that you would consider would be an important factor, but some focus more on the other. And he really, I think, brought a very analytical and like scientific view towards our channel. Besides that, because in the gaming we do want to make
Just
this
a
about
game
gaming,
theory.
Well, we've done the analytical thing
But-
before, but maybe not as specific.
To this depth, I would say.
Look,
Like,
there's one thing I know about it, it's analytics, and that's my channel is full of it.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I'll tell you,
Swallow Reviews.
Swallow Reviews, sponsored. Yeah, no.
This is sponsored. This is sponsored.
But,
Sponsored
yeah,
by Swallow Reviews.
But I'll tell you right now, I've never actually played PUBG or Fortnite. Day in my life.
I
I've seen
haven't
it.
either.
I've seen footage of it.
I played Fortnite,
Fortnite's
and I've
free.
played a
Go get it.
mobile knockoff of PUBG called Rules of Survival, which I'm surprised honestly hasn't really gotten as big as it was, because if you play it, it's it's a full battle royale game that plays very similar to it looks more like PUBG, but the way it's set up is more like Fortnite. And I'm surprised that it hasn't gotten more attention, because I'm seeing ads for it a lot, and I downloaded it
remember
and it wasn't that bad looking.
Gage is a casual confirmed.
I remember E3 last year. That was the first time, because I was watching the Microsoft press conference, and they're like, also PUBG, and it just comes out on the screen.
PUBG
Everyone's like, oh shit! I'm like, the fuck is that?
Yeah, PUBG on
What is
Xbox.
it? Like, they didn't show any footage of the game. They just showed the logo with the weird mask guy, and I'm like, what's it
Yeah,
mean?
I remember they
don't
were
know.
like, all right, here, PUBG is coming to Xbox. You can finally, it's like PUBG is coming to Xbox, and you can finally hurdle over objects.
Right, and then,
I was like, that's your selling point.
then somebody says the thing. Somebody says PUBG to me for the first time, and I'm like, the fuck are you saying?
Player Unknown's Battleground.
Right, I got it was an acronym, but I was like, that was the worst old man moment I think I've ever had, because I've never been that out of the loop with anything. Like, I'm always,
Especially gaming.
Especially gaming, I'm always usually up to
That's
date
your-
on this
that's-
shit.
yeah,
That's
that's-
my thing. But so like, yeah, somebody like comes in and they go,
You're out of your element, old man.
yeah, I know, right? I was just like, you guys got PUBG, and I was like, what the fuck? There's a pub down the street, I guess. Like, this is a game store,
You're a
so
minor.
like,
No.
yeah. So like, I don't know what you want from me. And they're
No,
like,
old man.
So you have player unknown battlegrounds. I was like, what? Oh, the one that's an empty box. Yeah, I got that. You want a code? Oh, speaking of, I actually have something funny. Kind of a subtoid. Did you guys hear about the Bayonetta thing on Switch?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I know it's coming out on Switch.
Yeah, but no. Did
PC
you,
too.
yes, but
Steam
here's the funny thing, and this is something I know because as a retailer I sold it. The case for the special edition of Bayonetta 2 that had the downloadable Bayonetta 1 on the Switch, all you had to do, it was printed on the side of the sleeve. Yeah, all you had to do was take your phone and the light, you could see it. You didn't have to open it. And you just took the code and you downloaded it.
Nintendo.
So we had to, literally, I had to take, we have these like blackout stickers that we use to like black out prices when we change them. I just had to cut those up and put them on the bottom. It's
And
like-
you like told them like
I had to tell, I basically, I am to my central warehouse, like every exchange was like, this is happening, this is real, Nintendo fucked up, and I'm just like, yeah, it was weird, and like, cause like, people were returning the game, still sealed, getting their money back, and then having stolen the code, so.
genius. But
Digital downloads.
piracy is a real thing, guys.
I don't
You
like
gotta make
doing
sure.
a lot of my games
What are we-
are digital downloads, but I prefer having physical copies.
at you, sir.
What's up?
He says his wrist.
We got time.
Yeah, we got time. We're good.
It's 3:09.
Do
Okay.
we want to do 45
Yeah,
minutes?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so then we've got like
I
another
could talk for
8
another
minutes.
3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I've got to be at work at 4. I got to do my. I got to be at my real job.
Real job.
Real job.
What do you mean?
Are you saying we don't pay you enough?
I don't get paid at all. If anything, I'm losing money by me.
We pay you with respect. No, we don't.
I pay you with respect for women.
That's fair.
I don't have any.
But and, like,
I'm kidding.
I don't know. It's just like
Probably.
as
good,
I
man.
the more I become into video games, the more I'm just like I kind of want to build a bigger collection, which is why like I like digital downloads for the convenience, but I prefer having a physical copy of all my games.
Yeah.
Hoarders.
I think games that you buy on Steam should not cost as much as games you buy in the store.
Yeah, because you have like
Which
the
it usually
physical.
Most
Yeah.
Material.
No, except for like
a lot
new
of
releases.
New releases are still $60. What am I paying for?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, but then you have like you.
Well, there's no packaging involved.
Convenience.
Convenience,
No
alright, but there's no
packaging.
packaging, there's no paper, there's no shipment cost,
But you're getting the same game.
there's no production cost, there's no
Here's
disc.
a fun fact. No Man's Sky is still $60.
Is it fucking
Wait, really?
It's still $60 on Steam. As far as I checked a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Well, they did like update it
Hear
now,
about
so it's
that.
supposed to.
You can
it's,
build in it.
It's
Did
supposed to
anyone
be.
buy that?
It's supposed to be
I
good
did,
now because they put a bunch of
unfortunately.
updates and shit.
You
And
got into the hype.
It's Big
I
Planet
bought into the
Minecraft.
hype, and I
That's why I was so skeptical about Fallout 4 because I'm a big like Bethesda fan.
Little Big Planet meets Dark Souls. That's exactly what the game is.
don't want to search my friends. I wanna search
That's
Steven
a good
Side.
comparison.
You guys heard of Grow Up? I think it's very similar. I think.
I have it. I've never played it.
Yeah.
So like, what is?
He has it too. It's over there.
I heard
I
like,
have-
what is
I
what
have
is
what?
Grow Up.
Guys,
I mean, you also have to grow up, but you have Grow Up.
I do?
I mean, no.
Holy
yeah.
shit!
You got it for free. That's what
Holy
you told me.
shit!
What's up?
$59.99. No Man's Sky. You were right. It is still fucking $60.
Mostly
It's not
negative.
$60. It's $5.99.
I got it for free at
You're getting that
GameStop
one
with a
penny.
buy two get one free deal.
Why did you
It-
buy two?
Why did I wait?
Why would
What?
you buy 2 copies?
No,
of
I didn't.
No Man's Sky?
I tried to buy.
What? Similar to games you've played, Fallout New Vegas.
Dude,
Fuck off, Steam curator. You don't know what I'm doing with
No,
my
I
life.
bought Final
Fallout New
Fantasy.
Vegas is the trash.
I bought the
Fallout.
when I just got a PS4. I
What?
bought.
I will fight.
when I got a PS4, I was going to buy games and I got like Final Fantasy X and X-2 remastered and Infamous Second Son, and it was like they had a buy two get one free, and I was like, hey, No Man's Sky. It was like $14 at the time, so I was like, hey, screw it, I'll just get No Man's Sky as my free game.
No
'Cause,
Man-
like, I
yeah.
wanted to get Dark Souls, like the PS4 version of Dark Souls 2, but they didn't have the disc. Like they had the case on the shelf, but they didn't have the disc. So I was just like, well, I don't want to get
This boy has
Minecraft
been
for the
through too
PS4, so
much.
I'll just
right?
get.
I
No
can
Man's
talk.
Sky.
I can
Do
talk
Man's
about
Sky.
Dark Souls.
For just 25 cents a month.
You did a
too could
review
help
of
this
the entire
small
trilogy.
child.
I did do a review of the entire trilogy. It's a 10-minute video. It should have been much longer. But
What about Demon Souls?
Demon Souls, I don't have a console, so I can't play
It's on
that. But
PS3. I have a
Yeah.
PS3, but I don't have Demon Souls.
we should get Demon
Play
Souls,
Bloodborne.
and I should play it on yours so that I can review it.
Demon Souls is the worst thing I've ever played.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
I want to play
It's
it.
so painful. It's
What's up?
Dark
Do
Souls.
you
that's bugging.
remember? Do you remember when I did the Jump Trunk?
Yeah.
Do you remember the
Yeah.
PS2 episode?
No.
Okay, I'll show you later. There's a game made by From Software called Eternal Ring on the PS2. Oh boy, it's fucking bad. It's the worst game I've played in my fucking. And I'm not using that lightly. That would get a 0 out of 10. Like it was the. And I was like, From Software. They gotta be. Nope.
So first 0 out of 10, guys.
It was from
Yes.
from fuck shit. It was from shits. Where? From I can't. There's a pun there. I don't know. What it
You know what? That does sound familiar. You did make a joke about that.
that's the only thing I know about
It's
Dark Souls. Is
The only
that they made that game, and I was like, that's a bad game.
from software from the ass
From holy so shit. Yeah.
I
from
did.
the dump
I did make a. I did make a joke that
dumpware.
Software is like he's like wait if it's hardware you gotta go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. Sorry.
I did make a joke
Shit joke.
that New Vegas is the worst, which is a complete joke. Although we do have somebody here. I'm not gonna say who, unless they want to say something.
There's 5 of us.
That
so process
that does feel
That was not me.
pretty
Well, here's
good
the
about
thing.
Fallout 3. That feels Fallout 3 is better. Now, if you go to my camera, I'm pretty sure you're figuring out. Now, look, this is actually defend yourself.
So I think
Like honestly, I have no idea.
I have not fully completed either Fallout. I've gotten far, but never 100%ed Fallout 3 or New Vegas.
I don't know what's worse.
I've played equal amount. Here, don't.
Why do you have opinions?
Why
do you have opinions?
No, here's the thing. I think that you can still give an
In
opinion
general.
on a game or a movie if you like. No, maybe not movie, but I think you could still give an
Not
opinion
movie.
on a game if
2
you
hour
haven't
review.
played the entire thing. But I
Yeah.
feel like I've played equal amounts of both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas to get like fuck off.
I didn't say anything. That's
Oh!
But anyway,
Muscle Milk Mike and beat
Political.
but
political. We said we weren't going to. This is political.
from what I've played from both, I prefer Fallout 3.
Todd Howard for president.
I just like I prefer
God,
I don't
no.
know the look and the
Graphics.
I don't really like the whole New Vegas thing where it's just like, oh, you're looking for the guy, like you're a random character that where it's like you just got shot in the head and you're looking for the
Let me
guy
ask you a
that killed, like
question.
shot you.
Wait, it's an RPG. You make your own story.
Have you ever played any other Fallouts?
I've played a little bit of 2,
Okay,
and
so,
I've played.
So what
a bit
that
of
is.
4.
What Fallout's about. That's all Fallout's ever been about.
What, playing the second game?
No, and then have you
Playing the second game.
Yes, no.
We
Yeah,
made it.
Because you don't play
There's
Fallout
only
3.
2 Fallouts. I don't need the rest of them. Okay, well maybe New Vegas.
We made the first game so that you could play the
I
second
actually
game.
do
It's
recommend
not a
playing the
game.
older Fallout. It's very good.
Fallout 2 is a fantastic fucking game.
I like Fallout
2.
1.
Fallout
Fallout
1
2.
is good too. Fallout 1 is fine.
Brotherhood.
Except for the
There,
one is
there's
fine except for
PS2
the
version of
beginning.
Fallout.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, did you know?
Fallout
There's,
3.
there are like I think there are PS2 Fallout games. I think it's like Fallout,
Yeah.
Brotherhood of
Oh,
Steel.
Brotherhood of Steel sucks. It's
Fallout
tactical-
4
it's
is a
tactical
game.
RPG.
Yeah.
Although
What?
the other ones were.
Fallout 4
No,
is
that
a
was
game.
more tactical.
Fallout 4
It was
is a
like-
game.
Yeah, it was like
They removed the RPG.
Yeah, it was
tactical.
just they're like, what if we took the interesting parts out of Fallout and just made it.
You see
suck?
the lore?
And you're like, oh,
You see the
fuck.
lore? You see the lore right here? You see the lore?
Yeah.
yank.
Yeah, just throw that away.
It's Destiny too.
So it's like that one meme where the guy's like, it's like all the people in the office is like, what can we do to make Fallout better? And then everyone's like, take out the story. And one guy's like, how about we tell a story? And he gets thrown out. So, like,
Fallout 4 Andromeda.
And
Speaking of
hey!
speaking of Bethesda games, you remember Brink?
I love Brink.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a review on that.
We want it.
We're gonna do a skit
Corey and I want to
Skit
do a
review.
skit /
review.
gameplay
What's
/
the
review
split?
of Brink
Do it.
I
We're
personally
gonna do
think
it.
because it's free to play as of like
I play Todd Howard.
the end of last year.
I'm actually acting as Todd
I play
Howard.
Todd Howard.
Yeah, because like Brink is free now. I remember when I
Good.
first.
Todd Howard is a game.
I read a thing.
he
on,
plays this all the time.
This is my favorite thing I read yesterday on the internet. Some guy was telling a story about how he's like, one time Todd Howard did like a speech thing at my like design. He goes to like a technical school, like like graphic internet, whatever I'm trying to say.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
So-
successful.
Yeah, so Todd Howard was going to do a talk, so like made sense. And he's one of those people who makes the Todd Howard jokes. And he's like, I'm in the hallway, I dropped my bag, and I was like, oh what? Things are clipping through the floor now, Todd Howard. And actual Todd Howard's behind. He's like, so this is what we're doing now. And he's like, this is the worst moment of my life. Like I read that on Twitter the other day. I was really impressed with that story.
Quick question. It's kind of a joke too. What do you guys think of paid mods?
What?
Paid mods.
Paid mods.
Oh.
That is a buzzword for me.
Buzzword?
He's
that
buzzed.
is-
He's sufficiently
that
buzzed.
is- that
Real
is a
buzzed.
buzz-
Okay,
Buzzword.
before we get into that,
Are you talking about like the creative pack
I-
for consoles and shit? Like
Well,
how you have
no.
to pay for.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll get to
Creators
that.
Club.
But
That's what I meant.
I have pretty much if Bethesda uses the same like they've been using the same like engine since like Morrowind, right? I think that was their first one to like Fallout 4, which I hope is the because it's kind of showing its age just a tad bit.
Source 2.
No, it's absolutely. They've been using the same fucking
Yeah.
engine since Morrowind.
Yeah, so pretty much
It's-
we've been
it's-
playing paid mods the whole entire time, guys.
Pretty much.
They're
yeah.
just modifying and
They
modifying and
modified the
modifying.
engine to make it work with the newer. Like they've added
It's
new
the same
shaders,
engine.
they've added new things.
So
to
we're
make the
paying for
graphics,
paid
but
mods
yeah,
every
it's the
single
same fucking.
You've been scammed.
It's true.
Okay, but back to paid mods. What do you guys think
There's
about that?
someone in the background. X.
With a Creation Club. If you guys don't know, Creation Club is a for the Skyrim and for Fallout 4, where
Skyrim.
yeah, these
Not the other
Skyrim.
six.
not the other
Not
six,
the other six
not the other
releases.
six.
I
But
almost did a video where because I was gonna do a review of Skyrim, and I almost did a video where I held up all the cases of Skyrim that I own, which is really sad. I was
it's not sad.
because
You're a
I've got
fan.
the PC one, I got the PS3 one, I got the PS4 one, I got it on the Switch. I'm just like I wanted to have like fake tears going, just like, why do I keep doing? Why do I keep hurting myself?
But
$60
Skyrim
each
2.
time. Yeah. Skyrim 2. Da-da-da. Like oh,
Blockland 2.
there you go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
maybe,
The
probably
better
not. Maybe.
That spot will
The
never
better
pull through.
mod.
Anyway.
But with paid mod for the Creation Club for Fallout 4 and for Skyrim, that pretty much creators have made or not content creators, not the actual developers, the modders that would actually do beforehand that you would have to like download. Now it's actually accessible to all consoles, which is actually awesome.
Could you imagine if you went into a game, you go, I really want this penis sword. I have to pay actual money for this penis sword. I want to know.
Genital jousting.
Yeah, but
Good
could you
game.
imagine?
Saints Row.
Saints
Yes.
Row. Didn't have to pay microtransactions for that.
Like, what if somebody came in and like, hey, I got this new this dildo that I'm putting in your serious game.
But it's from
I'll
like
pay money
not the
for it.
developers, is where I'm
I know,
like,
yeah,
and you're
I know.
supporting them,
But
so
that's
it
cool.
has that gray area.
But who gets to decide what charges for what?
Exactly,
Yeah.
I don't know
Who gets
that.
to decide the price? How do you monetize and value?
If you
it
wanna
goes
get-
back into what we were talking about the fucking can. How do you monetize a mod? How do you say?
And we've come full circle here again, guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for
Not
Minute,
actually, not
thank you
actually,
Minute
not
for sponsoring us. Thank you Yoo-Hoo
Made
for
minute.
being a juice cow juice. I love it.
It's not. It doesn't have milk.
No.
No.
It's
It's not milk.
It does have milk.
chocolate
It's
juice.
very little. It's limited.
no,
but it does have
no.
milk.
But
Look, if there's no milk in it, it's called chocolate juice.
the point is, I want to die.
The point is, I'm just ready to kill over right now.
See, I feel like in society now. In society now. We could literally go up to people and like, I want to die with like that serious expression. I want to die, and like have that serious expression, and people would laugh. That kind of concerns me in a way of that we're all like me. And don't get me wrong, I love those kind of memes. I love that
It's kinda
offensive,
those
raunchy
memes-
humor, but I'm like, where does it get too far? And ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer for you. It never gets too far.
Right, and then
Always be offensive.
here's gonna be a harsh
So you know,
thing, but,
like pencils have a point. Like that wasn't a pencil.
Ooh. Okay, I think
More like what? A dry erase marker? I don't know.
That was awful. I'm sorry. That was the
that was
worst.
a great burn.
Gum.
He's just like after the show. He's like, he's never coming back.
Did Joe Masucci just comment on our
He did.
podcast?
Joe Masucci just said Jeff Boyardee never fails to impress.
Chef Boyardee is delicious.
All right, completely unrelated memes. Sick.
Just like what I
Anyway.
just said.
Alright,
Yeah.
here we go.
We should probably end in about 8 minutes.
Hey,
Are we on track for that? That'll
10
go to
minutes.
3:30.
Hey,
Unless we
minutes.
get,
Ten-
if we
10
get
minutes.
2 million
Oh, my
likes
watch is
right
off.
now, we will extend it for 24 hours.
if we get 2 million likes, I won't kill him.
What?
I brought a bomb.
Joe, like it 2 million times.
Sorry about that. You're an
Did
adult.
I-
Remind
did
me.
you- Sorry, did I tell you what this? Yeah, no. I brought an
Oh,
explosive
you
device.
I forgot to mention that part.
So how often
We're
are we
ending this
gonna?
podcast with a.
We're gonna
With
try.
a
And
bang!
we're gonna try and do a podcast. What is it? Every month. We're gonna try to get one out.
So if we can do once a month, or if we can do twice a month, we'll try it. But once a month at the very least.
Okay.
Last month was weird because I play trombone a lot, so that
Boner.
With
yeah.
not any like context.
No, there's
to it. Like,
no
I just play
connection.
the instrument a
Um,
whole bunch.
Listen, you
I have
you
no
ha-
free time. I'm constantly sliding my bone. It's
this is the one time a month. This is the hour and a half that I get.
This
You
is
pr-
it.
yeah.
Every other day, like
And
you're
I
gonna-
used it on
you're
you
gonna
fucks.
You're gonna leave it. You're
I
gonna
used it
leave
on
out
you
this door, and you're just gonna pull out a trombone.
It-
out of
it is
nowhere,
spring
and just that's what you do down the street.
I will just follow people around during marching band, just playing the
minor explanation. So last month you were just busy.
Yeah,
Wait.
no, I was super busy last month. So these will become more often, and we could do 3 in a month during the summer. That would be easy
Our
to do.
Producer
I know-
Linus says no.
Well, what do you think? What do you think?
A
3.
lot of us will be out of town probably.
We're switching around anyway, so it's not like the
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same
We
people
have
every
different
time.
people.
That's true.
We're a diverse community here.
Yeah.
Second
bunch of
podcast,
white
and we're
kids.
still not on a couch.
Just a bunch of.
Why are we're
What
still,
the fuck?
We're called the
Guess what the
Outage Couch.
fuck?
but
I came with the full intention of sitting on a couch and pulling something out, and I don't, and I have not gotten that satisfaction yet. What the fuck did I pay all of that? 2 hours I drove for this. No couch.
we have recliners.
That don't count.
That's faulty futon.
That's
Faulty
faulty
futon.
futon.
Rigged recliner.
Rigged recliner.
Static
Were
stool.
these your other opportunities?
Killer
names?
kielbasa. Succulent
Do
sausage.
you guys have like a really big like list of like
I
a
have no
stained
idea.
like
You guys just
notepad
talk.
paper with just a bunch of weird names?
Charged
like,
cushion.
Yeah. Well, you think your name is better than the name I came up with for the gaming thing I did was fucking the Suave Zouaves. Do you remember that? Have I showed you that shit?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
yeah, that's the you know what? Because we thought what rhymes with suave, and we looked it up, and there was like a French foot soldier Zouave. Like that's our gaming channel.
There we go.
There you go.
No, I distinctly
French
remember
doesn't
the
have a
night.
military.
They did, and then they got destroyed.
No, they just gave up.
They played video games.
I'm a Frenchman, and I can vouch
Speaking
for
as
the
a
fact
Frenchman,
that we have artists
we
with berets,
monsieur.
and that's our weapon. It is
Vive souffle.
ideological warfare. That's what we do.
Omelette
That is what we do.
du fromage.
Hitler only lost because we made beautiful art.
So
Did you get out of my laboratory?
Flip flam.
Do we want to talk about any upcoming, like, while we still have about like 5
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
or so?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
so,
what we're currently working on.
If you guys look at the Trello, that's a meme with us. We actually have quite a few projects coming up. We have videos planned for every Monday up until May 26th
Every
at this
Monday?
point. Every
Yeah.
Monday.
I am impressed.
We are releasing content every
I
Monday.
haven't made a video
That's-
since October.
Well, you're one guy. We're like,
Yeah,
7.
we're
Sure.
at this point we're 6 people.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
We do implore you to make more content because
I-
I love
yeah.
your content. I think it's hilarious. You guys thought it was good.
I do
You
think
guys,
it's very good.
you guys
Great, it's
appreciated
funny.
it. Yes.
It's great.
So
It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
You've got like this like video game donkey / angry video game nerd combo.
Sometimes
Yeah,
he does
and
his
it's- and
The
voice,
it's
angry
great.
video donkey.
The
That's
angry.
and in his voice sometimes
She called
when
me
he,
Steve.
when he like kind of goes like what? You know what I mean? Like
What?
That's the JonTron.
Okay. Yeah. no,
That's the JonTron.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of JonTron influence in
On
my
all of us.
sense of humor. There's a lot of except the racism part. There's a lot of
Ooh,
don't
oh,
go
they
there.
got- that's another debate.
No,
JonTron, if you want to collab with
JonTron-
either of these channels, we're happy to do it. Just hit us up.
JonTron came out and was like, guys, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. JonTron's kind of redeemed himself a little in my eyes. Like
He wasn't expecting to have a debate with that whole thing.
He was like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be talking about politics. I play video games for a living, and it's like, yeah. Well, I mean, he's cool. He's allowed to have an
He
opinion.
was
I'm
pretty
not
much
saying
just
that,
rambling,
but,
and in the mid of that, he's like, you
right,
can see his eyes going like
he's
what's
like,
going on?
why even release? He shouldn't have just released any of that content or gone on that.
He didn't.
podcast.
Well, he didn't. Yeah. Well, yeah. But like the whole
was
thing,
it,
like
was it fucking Keemstar? Who was he talking to?
No, it's another podcast.
Destiny or something. I think the name was Destiny.
Well, next episode we'll be debating JonTron things without the actual JonTron here. And...
Hi, I'm JonTron. Did you guys know? I pull off him. It's like it was me the whole time. Like, oh Jesus.
No, but like he was talking about how he was just. I think his main point was that he was trying to get across was that he thinks that immigration is mainly just okay if they do it legally. And like people were saying, it's like, oh, immigrants shouldn't come to this country at all. That's how people were interpreting it. But like that doesn't make any sense because his parents literally immigrated.
Yeah, from a man named John Jafar.
Yeah, his parents immigrated to UA or not UA. To the U.S.
I don't know.
Welcome to the United America.
United America.
To the U.S. from Iraq.
Who is Canada?
Who is Canada?
I'll take countries I don't know the name of them for 500.
But to be fair, he did have that, and part of it, he talked about it very briefly. How he talked about how blacks live in a. He said.
I know.
He said. Calm
the
down.
way he's like black. The blacks.
That blacks live in a poor community.
The black. Like the way
And
you're
that
saying the
also
word
irked a
blacks.
lot of people. I feel like even more than the immigration thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
JonTron, I got 2 of them buttons. This one don't do it, and that one don't do it, so which one do it? Buttons. Alright, there you go!
Yeah!
JonTron it's like he was here the whole fucking time. I have a talking bird.
You made a reference in one of your Nintendo commercials where it was like one of those, you were playing a game where it's just like, see, with these games, you had a key, like on PC, you had a keyboard. There's at least 26 buttons on this keyboard.
Yeah.
You see
There's
this
at
controller?
least
I got
26.
2.
I got 2.
We got an outro. We got
All
We got like
thank you.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Every time
That was
that
not
gun
a
goes
clap.
off.
That was Jesus Christ.
Thank you,
Speakers.
everybody that tuned in to this podcast.
Thanks.
Yes, I am Hoda. That is
All 4 people that tuned in. That tuned into
it's
this
more
live.
numbers.
If you missed the live broadcast, this will be archived on our channel, so you can go back.
And if
and
you're
watch
watching
it
this,
anytime.
thank you for actually spending your time with us.
Yes,
This
and
is a new thing
thank
we're
you,
trying out. Just
Scott
actually,
Hollingsworth.
if you watch the whole time for this, mad props, mad respect. If my dick was out, it was out for you. And jokes on you, it's been out for the whole
I
time.
beat my dick so goddamn hard.
Well, also, actually, sorry to cut you off. Let's
How dare
thank
you?
Swahali for driving actually 2
2
hours to be here.
Thank you.
Celebrate.
Boy, are my arms tired.
And finally, the most important person here, our producer, who does a lot of our sound work. He actually completely recorded the music for our last skit, Altitudes. So, and I think it's great. That was our first completely self-sufficient video, with all of the content not being copyrighted by anyone else. So that's put the camera on yourself, sir. Give a nice little. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. But
He's
thank
beautiful.
you for the work
Don't
you
worry
do.
about
You actually helped us a lot setting this up. We wouldn't have a good podcast
I mean,
without
this is
you
your
here.
house.
Yeah, this is also your house.
That's a good point.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of your
This
house.
is your
Sorry.
basement.
So, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. This has been a great episode.
Every fucking podcast I've ever done has taken place in a basement.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope you know
if
that.
JonTron,
Yeah.
Todd Howard, Keemstar,
Everyone get on the
any of those
show,
people want to collab with us, we collaborate with Todd Howard and JonTron.
I won't be there. Don't worry.
Oh,
I won't
hang
be
on.
there.
Todd's calling me right now. Alright, sorry, Skyrim 5 was canceled. You fucking
What the fuck, dude?
He heard everything we said.
Half-Life.
He got
4
really
was
hurt.
canceled.
He was because he was telling me
Todd, I love
he was
you.
like he was telling me there's gonna be microtransactions, there's gonna be a box with nothing in it. It was gonna be.
All right. Thank you very much for watching.
Yay!
Let's play that outro music.
I have social life.
Finally, are we done with these guys? I actually don't.
Oh, I thought you had it
I
set up.
don't like our viewers that much.
All right, this podcast
I
is
hate
over.
our viewers.
Yep.
Boobies.
All right. Is it?
Cherry and.